in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stops at the 18. So the Auburn Tigers offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Auburn! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Trojans offense has the ball for the first time. And greeting them is a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wormley. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Trojans come to the line with a new another set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. That type of big play can even make traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on...
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to go up top. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Trying to get it to the marker. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's open on the right. And fired the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. So now on comes the field goal unit. It is good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is a designed run. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Finds him out of the backfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up 3rd down.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down and grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. On the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Back to throw, it sucks. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Maryland proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Terps team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Wormley. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. looking downfield on first down. Fears the pressure. Steps away to find some room. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Unloads to the wideout. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
To the air, it's Suggs. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Tigers will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Peters. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. Pulls it in on the left. Finds a seam. Attack. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got it set up on the outside. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And he's going to try to return this one. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood script, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies. We'll highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the right. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He'll keep it himself. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And the Trojans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good. That brings them to within 1.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Selvia. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Auburn offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It sucks. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Gets away from 1, finds room. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that time the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line, running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Smith. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Wormley. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. He'll do it himself. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think...
Touchdown, USC! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways when you run the option.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack works the two-point try. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. He leaves it with his back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. Fourth down, down by one possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did.
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Gets it out quickly. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3.
Well, that's the right call to go for 2 right there, because the analytics say if you get it, you now make it a 3-point game, and your opponent can only tie with the field goal. If you had gone for 1, your opponent can take the lead with the kick, so nice job there getting it executed.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Harris.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
They'll run the option. There he goes. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Off the play fake. Throwing right. Zips it out to his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. To throw, it sucks. Under fire. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Just keep slinging it. Makes the catch. It's Peters. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Peters. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Caught in the backfield, it's Peters. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. That's reeled in. It's Peters. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No special teams unit headed to the field again. They'll go for it for a seventh time. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. This time it's complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Fakes to grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside and out wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. To the air, it's Suggs. Touchdown, Auburn! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work, and how about the big fella, the tight end, comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
Why not double the try total and go for two? The snap sets up the throw. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it into the end zone for the two, and they extend the lead to 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Using the quick game. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got it. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air on first down. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable